Next, we're going to talk about hermit mode and why it's so important to go in hermit, especially when you in receiving intuitive messages. Every so often, I like to go into hermit every few days. Hermit mode is the best, especially when you have a lot of mind, what I call it mind chatter, which means your mind is all over the place. Hermit mode is the best place for you to be because you could be able to meditate and be able to see things clearly. So I suggest that taking a social media break in hermit mode is always a necessary. It's very necessary to do so. I like to take hermit mode at least once a week. I will go definitely hyenas online for a week or two, however long I need to be in hermit, so that I could be able to receive intuitive messages and understand the messages from the divine and from my ancestors. Hermit mode is always a good thing. It refreshes your energy. It helps you manifest, and it also gives you great intuition and tell you what you need to do next. So hermit mode is always a good thing. Distance yourself and isolate yourself. You can get clear messages of what your business adventures are or whatever you need to achieve. So I suggest everybody take some time out from the internet, uh, even if it's not nothing but 2 days. Sometimes I like to go 2 and 3 weeks. No internet, no telephone, no none of that. I just straight up isolate, go in isolation. It works out better for me. And then not only that, it clears your energy. It helps you to understand what you should and shouldn't be doing. When I am online constantly, it gives me a lot of mind clutter. So you need to take a break and have hermit mode to yourself and be able to understand self. Isolate yourself so that you can also work on yourself. That's what I've been doing a lot of: self-love, self-care, uh, spiritual baths, relaxation of the mind. And hermit mode will definitely reboost your energy. You can also go outside and take your shoes off and walk around barefooted. That will also put you back into balance. You can lay in grass, you could do all these things. It would also keep your energy in balance and also be able to clear your mind. Meditation is one of my favorites. I also like to do yoga every few days. It also keeps my mind very clear as well, and also keeps me up to date with my health and my body and my strength. Hermit mode is, you can get a whole lot of things achieved when you become a hermit. You can always understand that being in hermit mode is not a bad thing. Some people hate being alone and they wonder why they're crazy. You have to take some time out to yourself. It's important, especially when you're on a journey. And this goes for everybody. You don't have to be spiritual to go in hermit. Hermit gives you the opportunity to be able to identify yourself as a person. Who are you when all those people are not around? Who are you when you are alone with you? When people get around other people, they change themselves. They become shapeshifters and become somebody else so that they can fit in with whatever's going on at the time. But who are you alone? You'll be able to definitely recognize that you are totally different from the way you are when you're around other people, especially when you carry the shape-shifting energy already. Being alone always teaches you a lot about yourself, who you are as a person, and what would you do when you're alone. It gives you a lot of energy. It reboosts your energy when you are alone. When you're constantly around people, it tends to drain you, make you feel tired, and sometimes even sick. You have a lot of mind clutter when you're around people constantly 24/7. You don't know which decisions to make at all in life. You need to be alone. Some of the great people have talked about being alone And people who want to achieve, especially if you want to achieve riches and success, being alone is one of the keys to do so. You have to be able to have some hermit time to yourself so that you can manifest some of the greatest things of all times. And being alone, you'll be able to do that. You'll be able to learn who you are. And while you're alone, take this time to study your life path number, what your divine purpose is, and what you want to achieve on your journey. So being alone will definitely help you. Hermit mode is the best thing that I ever discovered in my entire life being spiritual. At one time, I was that person that always made time for other people, but never just sit with myself. And when you have kids, sometimes it's hard to just sit with yourself. But most of my life, I have been a hermit. Most of it. I love being alone. And if anybody try to take that away from me, I think I get really, really angry. I love spending time alone. It reboosts me. It makes me feel young too, also. It keeps my spirits up when I have that alone time. I also love family as well. I love having people around me, but when it's time to buckle down and go into hermit and think about some things, I got to have that alone time. Phone shut off. I cut my phone off, and I just sit with myself, and I just chitter chatter with the ancestors, and I bring into fruition whatever I'm being asked to do. So hermit can also bring a lot of good things to your life. And you definitely will be able to manifest some of the greatest things of all times that you ever seen in your entire life. Being alone is a blessing. And being in hermit is even bigger blessing. It gives you the opportunity to see things that you wouldn't normally see if other people are around you. So being in hermit mode is always a good thing. And I suggest you try it for at least a week or 2 weeks. Just stay off the internet. Don't talk to anybody. Just go alone. And go into hermit and watch and see all the beautiful things that you discover, good or bad. Your mind needs a rest, especially from the internet. There's so much going on the internet till I don't even read it. I don't even entertain it. But I definitely love being in hermit. I go into a hermit every so many hours. I have been a hermit most of my life. I love being alone. I love to enjoy my time with my family. I love enjoying my time with my sweetheart. If I have one, I'm single right now. But I love to have that time for family, and I also love being alone. Even if I have to travel to do so, I would do just that. And have that alone time to myself so I could be able to have some time to think for me. And hermit mode would definitely help you do so. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Much love, peace, and blessings. Take care.